What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, August 8th. Thanks for tuning in to Schmidty's MLB Picks on Guy Boston Sports. I'm your host, Ethan Schmidt. We've got a rare small slate here today. 7 games in action in Major League Baseball. Not a lot to choose from, but I think that there's some serious money here to be made today. And you know why? Because it is Money Monday here on Schmidty's MLB Picks. I got my 3 favorite game plays, our YRFI of the day, and 2 player props for the people. That's just what I do for y'all. What's happening with our big ballers? I want to hear from y'all. Drop those special emojis in the comments below. And of course, welcome if it's your first time tuning in. We are so grateful for everyone supporting the show, of course. Thanks for tuning in to the best baseball bets show on the planet. If you want to support the channel, you can become a baller for just $2.99 a month. You get a badge next to your name, a bunch of exclusive emojis to use right here on YouTube. We also have ballers only giveaways, and the more ballers we get, the more special things we can do for you guys. That's just a fact. It is so cheap, guys. $3 a month. That is less than a gallon of gas and literally less than half of a Starbucks drink these days. So just a huge way you can help support the channel. And we are very close to 11,000 subscribers, just over 200 away. So if you haven't yet, what are you doing? Please go down, hit that subscribe button, drop a like for your boy Schmidty. I know you've been enjoying Schmidty's MLB picks because we are dropping winners. We've been just killing it over the last month here on the show. And we now have an MLB shop affiliate link. I think I've told you guys before. Just another way you can help support the channel. If you get any of your favorite teams geared, please think about us and go through our link. Just another way you can help support the channel. We got our recap from Sunday. Not so great. 500 in my final plays, 3-3. And I think this is the first time that we had 2 losses on the ride of the day. The channel finishes 3-5. Womp womp. First true losing day, I guess, record wise in a hot minute. It's been a while, but it's on me though. I didn't point us in the right direction yesterday. I was so close to taking the Reds and the Royals for us, but I was too conservative, and I got to be more, not necessarily more aggressive, but you know, when I feel like I got to take those dogs in that spot. Why not? That's what we should do. We got to take more risks sometimes. And Sundays are a day for the dogs. So going forward on Sundays, we are actually going to take 3 dogs for our gameplay of the day. And I think that will be really fun for us going forward, unless there's an over-under that's even better permitting. That's more of a lock. I think we're going to take 3 underdogs on the money line or on the run line on Sundays. The Astros sold us yesterday so hard, made Tristan McKenzie look like a Cy Young candidate. And I told you guys, yeah, let me hear it. Boo. Yes, I know. The Astros blew it. Just terrible. I didn't even realize Jose Altuve wasn't going to be in the starting lineup. And yeah, just a big womp womp for me. So you guys can let me hear it. Like I said, Blue Jays sold us as well. 2 runs into the 5th inning, but can't finish off for our first 5-team total over 2.5. And we rode with our guy, gotta get the bag on the Jays run line, and they sold that too. Just absolutely makes me sick for the both of us. We get a womp womp, GGTB, unfortunate. But that Marlins Cubs under 9, absolutely free. The YRFI in the Yankees Cardinals, free. We called one of only 3 YRFIs to happen out of 15 games yesterday. It was a big nerfy day on Sunday. I actually banged a $100 bet I dropped on the Dodgers Padres nerfy for a max banger, and that was so fun, absolutely thrilling. Probably the biggest bet I've ever made, and we cashed. Gotta love it. And then Spencer Watkins cashes over 3.5 strikeouts, getting 5, and he was actually doing really well, and getting 5 strikeouts for us, and then he imploded, and I'm glad that he sealed the win for us before that happened. Finally, our prop ride of the day, my man Steven Clough had Aaron Nola over 6.5 strikeouts, and he unfortunately finished with 5. Sorry, Steven, you get a womp womp, buddy. That's the way she goes, but it's all right. We're moving on. A big bounce back day here today. I am feeling great about our picks here today. You can submit your hashtag ride of the day each and every day in the comments. You guys know I always go with the gameplay, but if I see a player prop I like, we are down to ride with that as well. I usually take a gameplay and a player prop. Just please remember, use the hashtag ride of the day in the comments if you want to be considered. And also, guys, I'm giving out free picks, and we have been tearing it up for the most part. So if you ever hit big and feel like sending a one-time tip, I'm dropping my CashApp. It's there. I'm grateful for anything. You guys know that I'm going to stay humble and hungry here on Schmidty's MLB Picks. It's Money Monday. Let's start the week off strong here on the channel. Ready for another winning, positive, WOZZATIVE day. Our first gameplay of the day, we have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles for the beginning of a 3-game series between AL East rivals. This is going to be such an exciting series, guys. Two of some of our favorite teams here on the channel going at it today. Lefty Yusei Kikuchi and righty Jordan Lyles facing off on the mound. Kikuchi has been solid in 2 starts since coming back from injury, but he is 0-3 on the road with a 5.74 ERA this season. Lyles has had his up and down moments this season as well, but he is 3-2 with a 2.68 ERA at home. And this one, my favorite play in the game is Baltimore plus 1.5, the Orioles to cover the run line. We're getting an absolutely solid value in this spot. It's fluctuating between minus 120 and minus 130, and I will take that all day on the Orioles at home. Here's why. All this Orioles team does is cover the run line. They are a league best 35-17 run line record this season. Meanwhile, Toronto is a game below 500 on the road overall and 26-27 as well on the run line on the road. And this game is going to be very close, I believe, and we will most likely see some runs scored. Baltimore has won 5 out of Lyles' last 6 starts. I really like shooting for Baltimore to at least cover here tonight, y'all. And I also don't mind the over. It is kind of high, between 9 and 9.5 right now, and the over is 17, 6, and 3 in the last 26 meetings between these teams. And also, each of the 4 games in the last series, which was in Toronto, finished between 11 and 13 runs, and 11 total runs were scored with Kikuchi and Lyles matchup, taking the O's to cover the run line. Next, we have the San Francisco Giants at the San Diego Padres for the beginning of a 3-game series between NL West rivals. Battle of the lefties, Alex Wood and Blake Snell going at it on the bump. Now, I faded Snell early on in the season, but he has really turned it on over the last month or so. He's only had 1 bad outing in his last 6 starts, and one of that bad outing was at Coors Field. Other than that game, he's had total dominance, 1 earned run or less in 5 great starts and 4 wins in those 5 starts. He's solid at home and best at night. I'm going to take the Padres on the first 5 run line in this one to get a better value over that juiced money line. If you want to shoot for the Padres running line, not a bad option tonight. Really, Wood has been reasonable, but I do not like him in this spot. 7-9, a 4.42 ERA, and a 1.25 WHIP on the season. The Giants did roll in his last start in San Diego, but obviously this is a much different Padres team this time around with new additions in Soto, Bell, and Drury. The Giants are 2-7 in their last 9 road games, and 0-4 overall in their last 4, and 0-4 on the road in their last 4 respectively against left-handed starters. Padres are 5-2 in the last 7 meetings, and the Giants are not beating winning teams right now. If you don't like the first 5 run line, I don't mind playing the over here either at 7.5. The 2 games, one of these guys started in the last series, sailed over, and if anything, the Padres should be ready to rock, coming back home and needing a massive bounce back win against a division rival. I'm taking the Padres first 5 run line. Our last gameplay of the night, we have the New York Yankees. The McSpankies are in Seattle to take on the Mariners for a 3-game series. We just saw these teams match up in New York, and Seattle actually owned the Yankees winning the series 2-1. But I think the Yankees' fortune turns around here tonight, and the Yankees are able to get the win. I'm taking New York on the money line, getting a great value here, one heck of a value, especially against a team that they are seeking revenge on. And this Mariners team did not look great against the lowly Angels over the weekend. Righties Jameson Taillon and Logan Gilbert go head-to-head just like they did back on August 2nd. I'll admit Taillon did not have a good outing against Seattle back in New York, but he's still 10-2, a 3.96 ERA, a 1.16 whip on the season. Gilbert has been great this season in his own right, but he got hammered a bit too in his last outing, and I just think the Yankees will do more offensively to win this game, and I cannot pass up the value on them. When are you going to get the Yankees at minus 110, 115, and around there on the money line? Besides the last series, the Yankees had done very well against the Mariners historically. Love me or fade me, you know the drill here on Guy Boston. It's time for our YRFI pick of the day, a pick where we think a first inning run will be scored. We are taking the YRFI in the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets game, a little juiced at minus 125 on DraftKings, but I still love our chances here. Mets can easily pipe Justin Dunn off of the bat, right off the bat, no pun intended, which they should and they probably will. On the flip side, Cincy can be a sneaky team. They did beat the Brewers yesterday, and I wish I had taken them in the upset because I had a feeling that the Mets are the best team in the league on the first inning runs at home at a crazy 81% clip, going against a weak pitcher here. Cincy is not terrible at 15th in the league, not great on the road, but still anything can happen. I like our chances here. Let's ride. It's Money Monday. I've got my favorite batter prop and pitcher prop for y'all, the family. Let's get after it. Our batter prop of the day, we're going with Aaron Judge. All rise. Bang the gavel over 1.5 total bases at minus 130 on DraftKings. Judge is just mashing right-handed pitching this season, pretty much destroying balls on anyone for that matter. He's batting .333 all-time versus the Mariners and has crazy numbers over the last 2 weeks alone. He's batting .314 against a right-handed star with over a 1.1 OPS, just unreal. And I think it could be a Judge homer tonight, and he's definitely due for one. I also do not mind any of the Mets sluggers here today for obvious reasons, and they should be able to crush Justin Dunn. I would take Alonso for our official play, but it's even more juiced at minus 140 on DraftKings. Obviously, Vlad Guerrero at minus 115. Bro is on a 18-game hitting streak, and he only had a single yesterday, so I think he's due for his total bases here today. And then Shohei Ohtani is a great option against Irvin, but he did hurt his leg in yesterday's game, I believe. I don't think it's too serious, but we'll see how he does tonight. Also, Brandon Drury is due again for the Padres, and he rakes left-handed pitching going up against Alex Wood, so it could definitely be a great night for a hit parlay. And I don't mind making one with Judge, Alonso, and Guerrero. I probably will, honestly. You cannot go wrong. I think all three of these guys get at least one hit. I mean, come on. Our pitcher prop of the day, I'm switching it up today. We're taking the Nationals Anibal Sanchez over 6.5 outs. Why did I say over? Under 16.5 outs, excuse me. Sanchez has not been good at all, and he's gone under in his 3 of his 4 starts this season. The one he barely cleared at 17 outs. We were asking the Cubs to generate some offense here today, but I think they can do it. And if you don't like this player, you don't have the over-under outs in your book, Cole Irvin is plus money to go over 4.5, and he does have a lot of 4 totals on the season, but he's going up against the Angels, the worst strikeout team in the league. And y'all know I love taking pitchers K-props over against this Angels team right now. And I know we are fading Alex Wood today, but he could still be a good look as well. Plus money on 5 strikeouts, and he has been hitting 5 strikeouts pretty consistently, even if he wins or loses. I like Sanchez over under 16.5 outs. I don't know why I keep saying over. It is the under 16.5 outs. That will do it for Schmidty's MLB picks here on Monday. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share this video if you haven't already. We're trying to reach anyone who loves baseball or loves sports betting in general. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter at @TheEthanSchmidt. It's where I post the final plays each and every day for Schmidty's MLB picks. Join our Discord. Lots of great community conversations going on in there as well, and you get more interaction from me and more insight into my plays. But let's have another winning, positive, WOZZATIVE day here on Monday. I'm Ethan Schmidt. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.